Welcome to this demonstration of how to upgrade the SPARC T54 server from a 2-processor configuration to a 4-processor configuration. The upgrade involves preparing the new processor module, removing the processor filler module, installing the new processor module into the server, verifying the upgrade, and reviewing the PCIe root complex and PCIe load balancing changes. The first step is to add DIMMs to the new processor module. Ensure that the new DIMMs are the same capacity and density as the other DIMMs that are already installed. DIMMs must be either all 16 GB or all 32 GB. Start by attaching a wrist strap to the new processor module. Remove the processor module cover by pressing down on the latch and sliding the cover backwards. Then lift the cover away from the module. Processor modules ship with DIMM filler panels. Remove a DIMM filler panel by unlatching each side of the connector and lifting the filler panel out of the connector. Repeat these steps for all of the DIMM filler panels. After you have removed the DIMM filler panels, install the new DIMMs. Carefully align DIMMs so that both ends enter the connector at the same time. Improperly installed DIMMs can cause DIMM and CPU errors. Press down on the DIMM until it is fully seated in the connector. The latches at each end should click into place. Repeat the DIMM installation steps for all of the DIMMs in the processor module. Only fully populated modules are supported. You can now replace the cover on the processor module. Align the cover on the top of the module and then slide the cover forward until it clicks into place. The next step is to prepare the server for the upgrade. Log in to the fault management shell and use the fm-adm faulty command to verify that no faults are reported. If a fault is reported, you must correct the fault before you proceed with the upgrade. Refer to the SPARC T54 Server Service Manual for more information on how to manage faults. Shut down the system by using the stop/system command at the Oracle ILOM prompt. After you shut down the system, disconnect the power cords. The main electricity is removed when you shut down the system. However, the standby electricity is still present until you disconnect the power cords. Processor modules are cold service components. You must remove all power from the server. The next step is to remove the processor filler module in slot 1. Start by attaching an anti-static wrist strap to the server to prevent electrostatic discharge. To unlatch the processor filler module in slot 1, press the locks and swing the levers out. This dislodges the processor filler module slightly from the server. Pull the processor filler module slightly out of the server and close the latches. Then pull the processor filler module out of the server and set it aside. You can now install the new processor module. Insert the processor module into slot 1. Then fully extend the levers. A fully populated processor module is heavy. Handle the module carefully to prevent damage to the connectors. Slide the processor module into slot 1 until the levers start to close. Then swing the levers closed so that they engage the locks. After you have installed the processor modules, connect the power cords to power on the service processor. As soon as you apply power to the service processor starts up and system messages are sent to the console. Log in to Oracle ILOM and start the system by using the start/system command. Then start the host console by using the start/host/console command. The diagnostic testing level and output settings determine the duration of the startup sequence. The steps to start up the entire software stack vary depending on the configuration settings. After the system is up and running, log in to the fault management shell and verify the upgrade by using the fm-adm faulty command. If no fault is reported, then the upgrade was successful. If a fault is reported, you must correct the fault. Refer to the SPARC T54 Server Service Manual for information about managing faults. Log out of the fault management shell and check the processors. All 4 processors should be present. After you verify that the processors are online, check the memory. For 16 gigabyte DIMMs, the total memory should be 1024 gigabytes. For 32 gigabyte DIMMs, the total memory should be 2048 gigabytes. In a fully populated configuration, each CPU owns 2 root complexes that are connected to 4 PCIe slots. The new root complexes change the guidelines for load balancing PCIe cards. However, you do not need to change the order of the installed PCIe cards after the upgrade. You might choose to populate the slots differently due to Oracle VM Server for SPARC software or redundant failover considerations, but load balancing might not be as efficient. For optimal load balancing, distribute the PCIe cards evenly across the available root complexes, leaving slots under root complexes 300 and 4C0 as the last to be populated. Note that after completing the server upgrade, PCIe slots 15 and 16 are now available. For more information about the SPARC T54 server and the software that runs on this server, refer to the product documentation online.